Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from With Love Bree, and today I'm going to do my final project share for KSCraft. And prior to this video, I will have a process video out of me creating one of the projects I'm going to be sharing today. So I won't be going through that one as much as the other two, but I am going to show you guys in case you haven't seen the video. But this is what it looks like. And for that, I did use the A2 frame die, and it's like a baking theme die. Sorry, I'm still a little sick, but yeah, I did use this die, and I used just that one die to create a bag topper and some embellishments, as well as like the packaging, like the back piece. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this, then you can go ahead and watch that video. I'll have it linked down below as well as at the end of the video. If I remember, I'll also put a little card at the top for you to click. But this is what it looks like, and I did use one of the embellishments that I wrapped to use on the bag topper, so you can kind of see how you would use it. But that's what it looks like, and the packaging is like a little shaker. So that was the first project, and then the next thing that I did or used, made these mini cookie jars, and it also comes with larger ones. So this is what the die looks like, and it comes with a large cookie jar die as well as some mini ones, and it's a big shaker and a mini shaker. So I made one a shaker, and the bigger one I made into like some kind of packaging thing. So I wanted to try to make something different. So these two are the mini ones, which I will show you guys really quick. And I did diamond dot the cookie jar because it looked a little plain to me, so I did that. And what I also did was, for the inside, I did make it a shaker, and I used a little cookie that comes with the die, and I just put them in there. They're not glued down. They can kind of move around, but because I put 3 in there, they are kind of stuck in place, but they do move. And then for the sentiment pieces, I did use some puffy stickers, which those stickers are from this Twinkle All the Way collection from Rosie Studio, which is very old. Definitely probably not available. I'm sure it was a couple years old. But these are the mini ones. And then I did use some little pearl stickers for the tops of the embellishments. And then this is my larger one. And I did use 2 other dies with this larger one, so I'll show you guys what dies those are. They're also from the KSCraft release from September. So there's this one right here, which is a like baking themed sentiment die, and it comes with the layers. So as you guys can see, this one I put 2 of them and I combined them to put fresh cookies. And this is the back layer, which is the off-white color that I used, and then the red on top is the top layer. And normally I like to cut out those little pieces, but honestly I was like really rushing, so I decided just to leave them in there. But I don't know if you guys can see, it says fresh cookies. And I also used this cookie shaker die, so you can make some of these shakers. And what I did was, the cookie jar die comes with a large and small cookie, obviously to put in the inside or use as embellishments for, you know, whatever you're making. But what I did was I used the larger cookie to kind of make or use as embellishments, and then I used one of the smaller ones just to add more like different sizes to it. And this one I made like a little peppermint sugar cookie. I don't know if you guys can see like the details of the sugar. That for that topping, I used this Mickey Crystal Mix. If it's available on scrapbook.com still, I'll link it down below for you guys. But that's what I used. And I did it just to the 2 like sugar cookie ones, and then I did 2 chocolate chips. And here I did create a pocket, so this you can open. And I kind of wish that I didn't pop this part up, so that way it wasn't really in the way when I try to take the stuff out on the inside. But as you guys can see, I put foam tape all around this edge right here. I also diamond dot this, I don't know if you guys could see it, and right here. And inside are the shakers, so I'll just take them out. So I put 2 shakers. I'll just take one out, but you see how cute it looks inside of there? And then these are the shakers. So you could give this to somebody if, you know, you don't want to embellish them, and then they can embellish it. But I had these clay pieces, and believe it or not, these are actually from my daughter's slime kit. And sometimes I do, like, whatever she doesn't use, I'll take it and put it in my craft room, and then I just use them. So these were little chocolate chips, and so I used them inside of these cookies instead of die cutting all the little chocolate chips on there. And those just go right inside of the pocket. And that's how that looks. So this is the large size, and I did use the Frank Garcia, let me see if I can get it, the Frank Garcia candy cane lane, because I have a ton of it, and so I'm just going to be using this until I run out before I buy anything else. I'm not really buying paper crafting things, I'm just using what I have now. But yeah, I really love how it turned out. But these are the mini ones. How cute are those? So that is project number 2. And the third one and the last one, so that one I used 3 dies. The last one I'm going to share with you guys, I used a die and a stamp set. And that stamp set is this baking one right here. I used every sentiment stamp set in here, so you guys can kind of see what they look like stamped. The only thing I didn't use were the little icons, but I did use every sentiment on there. And then it's this one right here, which is a like baking sheet, or what is this, like, yeah, a baking sheet mini album. And I did actually make like a recipe book. I didn't do like a mini album or something, but I did do a recipe book for this because I thought it was perfect. It did come with a bunch of little embellishing dies, so little things that you can die cut and put onto your album. And oh, I just wanted to say that there is, I'll actually explain that later because I want to show you guys. I almost lost a piece to the die because it's super tiny, but just so you guys know ahead of time. But let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the album looks like. I try to use as much of the die as I can so that way you guys can see what it comes with. But this bottom right here, I made little iced, like, what would you say, like frosted cookies. So I used some white glitter paper. I don't know if you guys can see. And it just says the word sweet. I used some peppermints from a sequin mix from Creative Mojo Wholesale Studio. This is old, so I don't know if she still sells them. They're from Instagram. But I did use some of those to scatter along here, plus some little snowflakes and little clay snowflakes. I even used some diamond dots to put around, because I just felt like it was so empty here, so I decided to put diamond dots to kind of fill in that area and to kind of give it dimension. And then the die also includes like utensils, or like cooking or baking utensils. So there's measuring cups, there's a rolling pin, and the rolling pin does come with a layering piece that has some faux stitching on there. I accidentally embossed on the wrong side, so that's the reason why you can't really see the stitching, but it is on there. Like, it goes on the outer edge. And then there's also a whisk, and then there's also a spatula. I think that's like one of the only things I didn't use was a spatula and the little cupcake that comes with the die. But I did use the cookie, so I did the opposite from here, but just to bring in more of that brown color, I did put it on the top here. And then I did use a banner die from her baking banner die, or garland. It looks like this, which I think I've shared before. And I just used a little apron because I thought it was really cute. And I did the white for the bottom layer, and then red glitter for the top. So you can barely see the white for the string, but I thought it was really cute and added more of that red color. And to embellish more, I did add some of these little buttons. Apparently these are buttons. I don't know. I've had these for a while in my stash, but they were labeled as buttons. And so I used a Christmas tree, a star, and then here I just added a little dangle to kind of give it that Christmassy feel with the bell. And I made this gingerbread cookie cutter a dangle. And I just put a bell on there as well. And the closures, I just use these plastic rings to close it up with. I was going to use like the metal ones, but sometimes they get too heavy, so I decided to use some plastic ones that I had. And for this, I did use like an embossing folder, because I don't know if you guys seen those rolling pins, the ones that make like little, like if you roll it onto the cookie dough, it imprints like a little image on there, so that way when you make little, I don't know, like pies or, I don't know, like, you know, things like that. It just makes like a design on there. So I decided to use a bow embossing folder, and it's from Dear Lizzie. I'm pretty sure it's a really old one, so I'm sure it's not available anymore. But I did use that because I thought it would be really cute, since the background paper does have like bows on there. So that's how it turned out, because I really felt like this rolling pin was just way too flat for me. Even though I did pop up this layer, it was just still too flat. So I decided to do diamond dots on just the outer edges of the rolling pin, and popped up whatever I felt like I could. So the sweet is kind of popped up on 2 layers. Got the cookie. I even put this on foam, or not foam, I just used my hot glue, but it is kind of raised. But how cute did that turn out? I don't know if you guys are focused. Okay. So, and again, I did use the same paper. I used the 12 by 12 paper for this, but you get the baking sheet or pan, and then you get a layering piece for the middle, and then you get the hinge right here, or like the little binding piece on the side to create the album. You don't have to use this for an album. You can do different things for it, but I really thought this would be actually cute for an album, or like a recipe book. So when you open up the recipe book, you have your pages. So let me just go through the pages first. I did actually only do the die cut for the middle section, so I didn't actually make it the whole baking pan. I only did it for the middle section, so that way the outer edge has some kind of like decorative piece. So I thought that was actually really cute. And I only did 3 pages, but I felt like you know, recipes can actually end up like taking up way more than just the space. So I left the back blank, so that way it could be a continuation of this recipe. And this recipe die does come with this die here as well. So again, it comes with a lot of things. So I did use that recipe little die to put onto the pages, and I just used pink cardstock for each one. And you could write like a couple, or you can even make more pages. I just did 3, but for like Christmas recipes that you like to do, you could put them in here, and then you can also gift it to somebody. And then what I also did was I die cut one of these, cut it in half, and I created a pocket. So I just used a circle die that I had in my stash, and I used it to create like this, you know, this opening, so that way if I do give this or something, they know it's a pocket. And excuse me. And what I did was I actually stitched the pocket onto the sheet before I glued it. So I die cut this twice, one out of cardstock, one out of pattern paper, and I glued them, you know, onto each other. And before I did that, I stitched the pocket on so that way the stitching wouldn't show through, and so that the pocket was really secure. But you can even put recipes inside of the pocket as well. So once the tags are used, you can use it for other tags or anything else like that. And with the book, the binding, if you guys have never made one of these before, you want to do 2 pieces, so that way you can cover the binding, and you just glue them onto each other with the binding going into the middle. So you guys can see what these pages, you can't see anything but the sides because I die cut these twice. Okay, and then let's just go through the pockets. So the pockets here, I did decorate with some of the ephemera that comes with the collection. So I just kind of dug in and figured what I would use onto this pocket. Sorry it's late, but yeah, so I just did a little cluster here, and I was gonna do more to it, but it's the inside, and so I just kind of kept it plain and simple. And then the other side, same thing. This one says Merry Christmas to you with the gold foiling. And each pocket has a red, a mint green, and a pink tag. And I just, again, used the stamps from the KSCraft release, and they're all baking theme, which is this one right here. And the tag that I actually use is actually a KSCraft die as well. So this one is the KSCraft Valentine Nesting Dies, which I will link down below. Normally I have my KSCraft Dies on my Amazon storefront, and this was from Amazon, as you guys can see. So I'll make sure to have that link down below for you guys if it's still available. What I love about this nesting die is it comes with a great variety of sizes for the dies, and only requires 4 different sizes of the reinforcements, because you can use you know, each one twice, I think, on 2 different size tags, which is really nice. So these are the first 3. And this one says home baked treats, baked for you to enjoy and sprinkled with sugar and stuffed with love. And I just used red glitter paper to match the aprons in the front, and I use those for the reinforcers or reinforcements. But those are the tags, so I'm just gonna put those in there. And you could add the string as well, you know, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna gift this or keep it for myself yet, so I didn't put any string in there. But here are the other 3. This one says, have a little piece of heaven, you bake me happy and baked with love, just for you. But yeah, and for the stamps, they did stamp really good. What I like to do before is, especially with like newer stamps, I like to take an eraser and go over the stamp first, so that way I get a better impression with that. So that's what I did with all of my stamps before I used it. I actually used a really old Hello Kitty eraser that I've had since freshman year of high school, believe it or not. I think even middle school. I think 8th grade. I've had this and I've not used it that much because I just was in love with stationery. I always had a lot, but you guys, this thing is ancient. So I used this and it was so perfect because it's like a little pencil and I was just rubbing over it. And you guys, it stamped so nicely. But yeah, that is my project share. I don't want to keep you guys on here much longer. I know I do that. I tend to do that a lot with my videos because I go off topic. I digress. But that is how my recipe book turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the projects that I made. If you guys have not seen my recent video or shorts either, I did create some new tools. So in one of my videos, I do use the tools that I made, my personal ones that I made for myself in the video, so you guys can see how they work. They work great. I did create some new ones as well, so if you guys have not seen my shorts on those, I did add a couple more of these rhinestone pickup tools, and I also included some Christmas themed, what are these? Pokey tools. And these have dried for 3 days, so they are ready to ship. I like to let these dry for as long as I can before I give them away or sell them or anything, because I want them to dry all the way. But yeah, you guys, these are the Christmas ones. I have 3 of them. Again, I have them in my video. I should have 3. I think the other one's drying still. But yeah, there's that. And then I did, again, include some newer rhinestone pickup tools in case you guys want to gift them. I did get a couple people buy 2 to gift, and so I thought that was really cool. So I have a couple left over from my first time when I posted about these. If those don't go, which I'm pretty sure it probably won't, I get why, because some of them are a little more on the darker side, I'll probably take them apart and, you know, keep them for next year. And then, you know, hopefully these new ones will sell too. But, you know, if not, I'm not forcing anyone to buy anything, but that's in case you guys have not seen my new video or post on them. I did post on my community page as well. But that is my project share, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my project share for 2024 for Christmas. I'm hoping to get one more video out. There's a couple of pre-recorded videos that I had done before I had my son, and he's turning 3 in like 5 days. We're going to Disney. We're gonna be staying at the Disneyland Hotel for 3 days, and I just can't believe that last video that I recorded, last couple videos that I pre-recorded, I was already contracting. So while recording that video, I was wondering why I was hurting so much while I was sitting there, but I was like, I need to finish this video. So I might edit those and get them out just because my son's turning 3, so I felt like, oh, that might be perfect because it's Christmas themed and it's a process video. I miss putting those out, and my son's turning 3, so I might as well. But anyway, that's kind of my plan. We'll see how it goes since I have to kind of get ready for that. But anyway, I am getting off topic. If you guys are interested in anything or any of the supplies that I used, I will have them down below. And if you guys have any questions, you could go ahead and leave those down below as well. I will have my email because I know some people do email me as well on questions. So that will be linked down below if you guys are interested in that as well. But I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.